All right, latency is still 4. It's good. And I'm getting like the full amount of the speed of my connection. I'm getting around 558 right now. And about, for upload, I'm getting what? 536. Man, imagine that. What's up YouTube, this is your boy G, back in another video. We're going to unbox this little purchase that I got from Lazada. TP-Link WA855RE. Alright, 2.4 gigahertz. It's just a single band, so there's no 5G gigahertz here. It's just 2.4 gigahertz, 300, right, supporting 300 Mbps Wi-Fi range extender. Right, so it's called Wi-Fi repeater, Wi-Fi booster, Wi-Fi extender. But this is TP-Link, and we all know that TP-Link is a very trusted brand. As a matter of fact, this is the second most purchased repeater in Amazon. It's extremely popular, so I'm really excited to use it right now. So TP-Link, thank you for your purchase. Give us a review and win. So I'm going to review that later on and probably give this review to the Lazada link. So right in front, let's check it out. It says TP-Link Wi-Fi range extender. So there's compatible with any Wi-Fi router. 300 2x2 MIMO. So 300 Mbps, 2.5 gigahertz. Again, it's just a single band. Wi-Fi dead zone killer, access point mode. Oh, as you can see, there's an Ethernet port right underneath, so you can actually function as an access point. So that's also a good one, because the Xiaomi one that I've got has no Ethernet port, so you cannot plug it into a router or to the internet, right, and call it a day. It's just really a repeater. But this one can work as an access point. Easy setup by a Tether app. So it says range extender. Again, the TLWA855RE right there. Quick installation guide. So you can scan this to probably get manual and sort. So here it says easy setup management, access control, multi-language, LED control. So easily turns on or off LED to your needs. No blinking lights disturbing your sleep. All right, that's pretty thoughtful, right? Power scheduling, coverage control. Set the Wi-Fi coverage area if you're in your extender, so you can even adjust the range. So it's just showing how would you imagine it being installed into your household. So compact wall design, external antennas. As you can see, we got 2 antennas right there. The WPS, smart signal indicator. So there are 2 LED lights here. The blue, it can be blue and it can be red, right? If it's red, it's gonna show it's weak signal, and if it's blue, it's strong signal. So at a glance, you can actually identify right away if your Wi-Fi is doing good. Let me go ahead and open it up. By the way, if you have a TP-Link for yourself and you already lost your box or whatever, so this might help you. There's a technical support number there. So just go ahead and screenshot that, and I think that is like cell phone, so you can definitely text or call those numbers. But let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Right on the box, okay, there's nothing there. Go ahead and set that aside. There's a little bit of manual you can use. All right, at this point, manual is extremely useful, so make sure you keep that. And this is the repeater itself. It doesn't contain anything at all, right? So please bear in mind, it doesn't have any Ethernet cable included, anything at all. So it's just this and the protector. So it says TP-Link here with this dual antenna. Whoa, looks like a robot or something, right? All right, so right here it says WPS, signals weak, right there. It looks like a face, no? And this is like the mouth, but it's pretty good. I think these are like heat dissipation, area. So there's the reset button. You can pinch it out with a pin or something, and this is the Ethernet port you can use for access point. Again, the good thing about this, for example, my wife is using a laptop downstairs. It's pretty far from my Converge, but I will actually plug the laptop via Ethernet here just to make sure it's stable, and then this one will get the internet from the Wi-Fi, but it doesn't need to give it by another Wi-Fi because degradation, attenuation, right? So at least the Ethernet might be better. But yeah, that's the TP-Link. So I'm going to set this up right now, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Now I just want to show you real quick, where did I purchase it? For Philippines, for Filipino audience out there, you can actually go directly to Lazada and to the TP-Link store. Now, this is not sponsored in any way, but I would suggest purchasing it directly from Lazada so that you would have a good support, right? Or I mean, from TP-Link themselves, the official store, so you would have a better support rather than just getting it from some resellers out there. So this is the link, or this is the actual page of that. It's just 700 pesos. TP-Link TLWA855RE. All right, so just screenshot that. I'm gonna put the link down below in the description as well, just in case you need to check that out and purchase it yourself. Again, there are three ways of accessing it, right? Or setting it up. First, it's just by WPS button, real quick. Second is via the user interface, right? Or the graphical user interface, which I'm going to show you right now. And the third is just downloading the app, right? So first and foremost, all right, for the people out there that are just purchasing it in the first time or haven't really set up any routers before, you can just plug it in like what I did, and your Wi-Fi should pick that up right away, right? So here I'm now connected. It will appear as TP-Link extender. So these are the Wi-Fi, signal that my computer is picking up. I'm using a desktop computer that has a Wi-Fi dongle on it, so it's pretty slower. But just for the sake of testing it, you will see it as a TP-Link extender, but it doesn't have any internet on it because it's not yet connected to your access point, right, to your internet. So very first thing that you can do is to identify what's the IP address of it. So you can just right-click this little network icon there, and open network and internet settings. When you go here, if I'm using Windows 10, I believe, just go to the network and sharing center and change adapter settings. Now, from here, you will see all of the adapters that you have in your computer. I do have the Ethernet, of course, for my desktop, and the Wi-Fi, again, Bluetooth, that I'm not using currently. Just right-click on the Wi-Fi if you manage to connect it successfully, right? Just right-click on that, go to the status. It will say it's connected, although it doesn't have anything on it. So just go to the details and look for the default gateway. So it says here that the default gateway is 192.168.0.254. So just take note of that and go right away to your URL there, or your browser, your favorite browser, Chrome, Edge, Opera, whatever you like. And then just type that IP, right? 192.168.0.254, right? If I can remember correctly, it's like that, and press enter. Now, when you get inside, it's going to show you that right away. It's going to ask you for a new password and confirm password. So the good thing about this is it doesn't have an existing password that you need to go back to the router and check it out. Now, just to quickly show you as well, of course, for all of the tech savvy people there, you can also identify the IP address when you go to the command prompt by putting ipconfig, right? Just look for the wireless, and then sure enough, it's going to give you the default gateway. You're looking for the default gateway, not for the IP address that's yours, or IPv4 address that's yours, but the default gateway is 192.168.0.254, which the one that we put here. Let's go ahead and set up a password. Right? I'm just gonna use 12345 just for the sake of this testing. Again, 12345 let's see if that will be accepted. All right, it is. Right after putting the password, it's actually asking you to set up the Wi-Fi right away. On the WPS, you just have to press the button on the router itself, like on your router, like on my case, the Converge router. I just have to press the WPS button and hold it, and then within 10 seconds, press, maybe 5 seconds, press the WPS button on the TP-Link as well, so that you're now pressing them simultaneously. Couple of seconds and they will connect automatically. So you can do that, without breaking a sweat. But right now, we're going to focus on setting it up in the GUI so that we can also see what are the settings that are available inside the user interface. So here it says that I got a couple of Wi-Fi signal it's detecting. This is not supporting both 2.4 and 5, right? Just 2.4 gigahertz. So if you need like a faster or maybe stronger connection, make sure you opt for a dual band. But this one supports up to 300 Mbps, they said, so we'll go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to connect it to the Huawei one. So it's asking for a password. I'm going to put the password that I have for this network. It's now going to jump in applying settings and advising you to please wait. It's now saying relocate your extender to optimize Wi-Fi coverage and performance, right? So it's now just advising you to plug in the extender about halfway between your router and the Wi-Fi dead zone. The location you choose must be within the range of the host network. Wait for about 2 minutes until the signal LED turns solid blue, and if it doesn't, relocate the extender closer, a little bit closer to the router to achieve better signal quality. So it's now advising me to relocate the Wi-Fi because right now it's just plugged in next to my modem here. So I'm going to unplug it, relocate it on a different room, and see if we'll still be able to detect it. I'll be right back. All right, so it says make sure that the blue light, or the light, the LED, turns solid blue. If it doesn't, relocate the extender closer to the router to achieve better quality. Now, the light just turned solid blue across the room. I relocated it in a different room. So it looks like it's all good. So let's go ahead and click on done here. So right now, this desktop computer that has wireless module in it is currently connected directly to my own Huawei, right? Or my own Converge. So we're now going to jump in and connect it to the other one. Now it says here, the extended 2.4 gigahertz SSID is Huawei, same name with an underscore EXT. And the password is the same, right? So let me go ahead and select this first. Go ahead and connect it. It's asking for the password, so I'm just going to put the existing password that I have on my Converge one. All right. Connected. So, whoa, that's pretty fast. So I am now connected to the Huawei 2.4 underscore EXT, which is essentially our TP link. Let's now go to the GUI. So right inside, it's going to ask you for a password, right, for login. All right, so remember earlier we put a password here, 12345 6, right? So let's go ahead and try that. And now I'm going to allow it to get inside the UI. Now, as you can see, it's kind of like a router, right? You can actually go inside and configure some stuff. So it's now saying that you're connected to the internet, right? Which is good. It's saying that there's a router, 2.4 gigahertz, and it's checked. It's also connected to the extender, right, with 2.4 gigahertz, which is after the TP link, and it's connected to the clients, which is our computer. Now you can change a lot of settings here. Like you can jump to wireless connection and then connect it to a different router through your home. If you have a different wireless, you can connect it to a different access point. Now you can also go to settings and change some configuration there. So you can go to the advanced settings, schedule some power management there, LED control, all of the good stuff you can check. And of course, you can always reboot it if it's in case it's encountering some problems that we always have, right? So you can also change the login password here. Very, very good stuff. Now I'm going to show you the different speed tests that I'm going to do. First, I'm going to do some speed tests on my cell phone. And just to see if there's any difference on the speed if I'm connected directly to my Huawei provided by Converge or via this TP link, right, on the extender. So currently, let's go. Currently, I'm connected to the extender. So let's go ahead and run a couple of speed tests there, and then swap our connection to the Huawei 2.4G as well, and then to the 5G. So let's go ahead and run a speed test here. All right, again, currently I'm connected to the extender, to the TP link. So let's run a speed test. The good thing about this that I'm noticing is the ping or the latency is still very low at 3 ms. So it's still getting the good, the awesome latency or response time of the Converge fiber connection. Bear in mind though that I'm using a 100 Mbps connection. So I'm just getting a fraction of that right now, around a third of it. Okay, so it's pretty much the same on upload and download. It's about 35 Mbps. So let's go ahead and switch our connection directly to the Huawei, or this is now just to Converge without the TP link, but it's still the 2.4 gig. So let's go ahead and run a speed test again, and let's see what we can get on that kind of connection. Latency is pretty much the same for 3 earlier, but as you can see, it's a lot faster. I'm getting about 85, 84 right now. Earlier, we're getting around 35, so about effectively half of it, right? Even below half. So let's see. But in fairness, of course, I'm just a little bit closer to the Huawei one and a tid farther from the TP-Link. But I'm now getting 85 on both, and I'm getting 35 earlier. 35 plus 35 is like what, 70, right? So below half. Now let me see if the 5G will make any difference here. Let's see if we can connect. We can detect the 5G. Okay, we can. So let me connect to the 5G here and want to test again. All right, latency is still 4. It's good. And I'm getting like the full amount of the speed of my connection. I'm getting around 558 right now. And about, for upload, I'm getting what? 536. Man, imagine that. So if your internet is way faster than 80 Mbps or so, I would highly suggest to get a dual band repeater rather than 2.4 gig, because 2.4 is pretty slow right now. So I'm just gonna keep that 5G. I will now test on my computer itself. All right, so I'm now back on my computer, and we're on a speed test. Currently, we're connected to the extended, again, to the TP link. Again, this is 2.4, so it's already limited by the converged one, as you've noticed in my cell phone testing. But we're gonna conduct some tests anyway and see if it will make any difference. On my cell phone earlier, I got around 35, so let's see if it's gonna get the same one. Well, it's getting a little lower than 35. I think that's just on my wireless module on my desktop. It's not that good. But again, the latency is very low at 3. It even has a lower latency than the converged one, for some reason. So it's 3 and it's getting 27 here. So kind of like in the same ballpark, right? They're gonna get about 30 Mbps. It's fast, of course, but make sure not to use this on like 4K streaming on Netflix or other stuff. All right, now I'm gonna jump my connection and connect directly to the Huawei 2.4 first. Let's see if the USB dongle will make any difference directly connected to the converged one. Swap connection here. All right, we're connected. So let's go ahead and run some tests again. Should be the like double connection. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like doubling it, because I'm getting 20 earlier, right? So it's now 40. It's definitely double. But again, the 2.4 gigahertz connection is pretty slow. 50. Yeah. So, just to sum it up, for the TP link, without the TP link, it's double connection, or with the TP link, it's around 20. And then without the TP link, just directly connected to your Wi-Fi, it's gonna be double. All right. So I'm getting the plan that I got. Latency is extremely good at 2 Mbps, or sorry, 2 millisecond, but the speed is about 94, across the board here, up and down, which is my plan with Converge, 100 Mbps. Now that is interesting though, because I'm connected hardwired on it, by Ethernet connection, and I'm getting my full plan, 100 Mbps, right? However, on my testing earlier on my cell phone, if I use the 5 gig of the Converge, it's giving me about 500, right? So let me go back to the 5G of the Converge right now using my cell phone, because my mobile phone is the only one that is capable of doing so. So let me go back here on my cell phone, all right, and make sure that we're still on the 5G. I am on a 5G. All right, let me run some speed tests one more time. Okay, that's my test earlier. Let me run one more time right now. It's 8:35, same on my computer. So let me run some tests. Okay, I think it already throttled down. It's already around 48. I'm connected to the 5G, but I'm getting around 45, 43 already. So it's throttled down. The correct way or the correct signal right now is the 100 Mbps because again, that's my plan. I believe converge is just kind of bursting. It's giving a faster connection because it's morning earlier, and we still kind of like caught up a little bit of speed there. All right, all right. So again, this is the TP-Link TLWA855RE. All right, 300 Mbps Wi-Fi range extender. I doubt the 300 Mbps, but but via the connection, it's extremely throttling down. 2.4 gigahertz is it's okay, I guess, for browsing and light streaming, but keep in mind it's cutting the speed into half. So if I have a 100 Mbps connection on my Converge, Wi-Fi will be around 80. And if it's a little bit farther, it's losing signal. It's just gonna give around 20 and 25, which is not that great, but it's awesome to extend a little bit of signal. Like the signal is dead on your location, and you can't see anything at all. It's beneficial because it will extend it a little bit. But on my opinion, it will be good if you just save a little bit and then purchase a dual band one, right? So it's not gonna cut the speed into half, but it's going to support the 5G as well, and it's going to like fully deliver the actual speed instead of just cutting it like half duplex, right? But that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like button if you like this video. Comment down below what your thoughts, about your thoughts about this Wi-Fi. Do you have this Wi-Fi as well? Do you think this is good enough, or you think getting a dual band is better? For my own opinion, it's better, or just getting like a mesh system, right? I haven't touched any mesh system yet because my house is just small, so we don't really need as such. But let me know your thoughts down on the bottom. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. I unbox a couple of items here and there. Logitech C922 webcam. I heard that's pretty awesome, so I'm really excited unboxing that. And I also have the Groovy immersion LED lights that you have to like put on the back of your TV, and then there's a camera pointing at it or in front of your TV, and it's gonna mimic the color of the TV at a time. So that's pretty dope. I will unbox that one of these days. So watch out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet, so you can check that out. But again, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.